Hey guys, this is Mike Tarala with qlik, and in this video I will make you familiar with some of the interface changes that are available in QlikSense 3.0. Briefly just going to kind of walk you through the different components and menu options that are available. A lot of the hub interface that you see here has not changed. You still can create a new app in your personal workspace. You have the ability to sort, change your views by tile or list, search your apps. You have your action menu that brings you to the developer hub, the online help and about version of the software, and then you have your streams, which basically organize and secure your analysis. So pretty much all of that is still the same. If I go into a particular stream, let me just select sales, select consumer goods. Now keep in mind this is a update video based off of previous versions of the video, so I'm just quickly going through this. A lot of this hasn't changed as well. You have your base sheets, which are your approved sheets that contain your visualizations, usually created by an author or a content admin that's then been published to a stream. You have an area for sheets that have been published by you. In other words, once you look at a base sheet, you can make a duplicate of that sheet and then make it available to others. Then any sheet that you've created that you have not published to the community will be your own. So you're basically working analysis off of other people's work products. You have a section here called bookmarks. This is your saved selection states. So for example, I could jump immediately to where I was at a point in my analysis and save that particular bookmark. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to jump right back to the app overview. And then you have your user stories or your data stories, and these stories basically are narratives based off of your findings when you collect snapshots and so forth. At any time you can collapse the information pane as you see here, and you could also change the views of the different objects. Okay, so let's go into a particular sheet. I'll just choose, let's say, the sales rep performance sheet, and this brings you into that particular view. Again, not much has changed here, but I'll quickly go through an orientation for you. You have your action menus that navigate you back to the hub. You can export a sheet to a PDF. You can duplicate the sheet. Again, expand the information window. You have the ability to go to your data stories and create data stories, view and create bookmarks, navigate your sheets through the sheet selector or these particular buttons that are available here. If you click edit, it'll ask you to duplicate the sheet. Now keep in mind this is an app with a sheet that you're not the owner of. This has been published to a stream. But if you have the appropriate security access, you can duplicate that sheet and then make it your own and make those edits. And we'll talk about that a little bit. Your global smart search button, global selections list, your forward and backward selection buttons, which also give you the ability to select values and work with additional helper functions within the selection list, as well as the ability to search within data tables or list boxes. And then if you hover over chart objects, you'll get different actions, such as taking a snapshot, opening up the visual exploration menu, resizing the chart, and so forth. And selections just occur directly within the chart objects. You can use a range selection. You can change the range. You could actually edit the values depending on if it's a numeric range. So here's a different range selection. I can click on the bubble and then edit the value to get an exact value. You can lasso values. You can hold down your shift key to get individual values, control key to get single values, or just click and drag to select multiple values. And that works with data tables as well as with list boxes. Okay, here let me just clear my selections. I can clear all selections. And that's pretty much it within the user-based interface or the analyst-based interface, if you will. Now what we're going to do now is I'm going to click on Edit and I'm going to click Duplicate. Okay, and now when I duplicate the sheet, I have all of the additional objects and I have a editor window where I can now start to create my own objects. Okay, I'm not going to go into this piece right now. What I'm going to do is actually create a new app and go into that edit piece. But note what we will cover is now the new edit interface. We have access to chart objects, custom objects, as well as master items. Okay, so let's just click done on that. And let's go back to the sheet navigator, and you can see that sheet that I just created called My Sheets that is my own personal view. If I made some changes, now I want to publish it to the community, I can right click and click publish, and now it's available in Publish by Me. And I could always unpublish at any time as well by right clicking. Okay, so what we're going to do now is let's just close out this view and let's go into My Workspace and let's create a new app. Now keep in mind what I'm doing is very similar whether you're using QlikSense Desktop, QlikSense Enterprise, or QlikSense Cloud. Now some of the components might be a little different in different locations or might be accessed a little bit differently, but the app creation is pretty much the same, and adding data is going to be different, again also depending on your access levels. QlikSense Desktop, which you can install locally, will give you access to a variety of different data sources that you have access to, including files. QlikSense Enterprise, depending on if you're the content admin or not, will give you access to only data sources that have been delivered to you by an admin. And then QlikSense Cloud will only allow you to use files at this time, as well as data from Qlik Data Market. So let's just create a new app, and I'm just going to call this app Sales Analysis 2. And I click Create, and click Open App. And now I need to add data, as well as I can make some changes. Now, this is also new with QlikSense 3.0. We have the ability to make some different style changes, such as the orientation of the text on the app, right or left. You can change the background colors and create a gradient, for example, for a sheet title. So, for example, maybe I want to start out with green, and then go to white, and then I want to add an image such as a Qlik logo. I can upload media. I can take my Qlik logo, for example, and I'm going to include that, and I'm going to make that align to the right, and my font color is going to be black, and now we're done. I could also add a thumbnail to basically identify my app. And here you'll notice that I'm actually, let's just use a picture of the cloud, we're actually uploading this locally to this enterprise server version that I have available here. And then we're going to add some data. And here I'm just going to add very simple data that I have available on the server for orders. There will be other videos that go into adding data, our new visual data preparation, and other new features. This is just simply showing you the interface and navigation and layout orientation. At this time, I'm just going to click Load Data and Finish. I'm going to click Edit the Sheet. And now you can see the new design layout where we have our adaptive grid. And here is that styling that we just added. If you wanted to change the styling while you're in edit mode, you can just expand the information pane, click on the gear, and then make your changes. Maybe I wanted to make it orange. Okay. So this is just also showing you where we are headed with additional styling that is going to be taking place within this product. So this is just initial for QlikSense 3.0. Hope you guys enjoy that. Okay, so now you'll notice that all of our chart objects are now in a collapsible type pane. Kind of gives you a little bit more real estate. You still have your properties pane on the bottom, and your action menus are very similar to previous versions. Okay, so if I just wanted to create a simple chart, I click on the charts icon, I grab my bar chart, I add my dimension, which is going to be, I'll just use, since I really didn't add any dimensional data tables, I'm just going to add my product IDs and a measure of sales. Okay, and there's my simple bar chart. You have your property menus and chart adjustments. All of this is pretty much the same. Nothing really has changed here. I would assume you go through this navigation area and explore. Again, if you have any questions, just post them on the Qlik community. Something really neat that's been added in QlikSense 3.0 is custom objects. So custom objects now allows you to categorize your extensions that have been added to the system, in this case only supported in QlikSense Enterprise and QlikSense Desktop, as well as our new widget capability. So widget is a capability available in QlikSense Dev Hub, which is again part of QlikSense. If you go to the main menu, you'll see there'll be an object to go to the Developer Hub, and this is where you can work with our APIs, our mashups, extensions, as well as the new widget editor. There'll be a video on this as well, so look for that shortly. Okay, but getting back to our layout, navigation, orientation. So we provide a default library of widgets that have been created with the widget editor, and that's what you see here. I'm not going to go into those right now, but that's what this section is available. You have your master items, which is your saved or predefined expressions and metrics, as well as visualizations that you can just save at any time and then call out and reuse. Again, makes more sense when using this in an enterprise environment as you're creating a governed library of visualizations and reusable objects. And then you have all of your different fields, and these are the fields that have been loaded from your data set. Okay. Other than that, cut, paste, copy, delete, forward, back, all of that has remained the same. And I think that's about it. You pretty much have what you need to understand the information pieces. Note that inside the contextual help, if I was to go to help, okay, this will bring you directly to more detailed analysis of the actual sheet view, the hub, etc. So again, this video is just to quickly orientate you with what's there, but now you know where you can get more information if you're that type that craves that additional detail and feel that the video might be just too short and not going into enough detail for you. Okay, so just navigate to that particular help menu and you'll have contextual help bringing you right to where you need to be. Okay, so that's it for this particular video. Look out for other videos that are on this page where this video is posted, whether it's in YouTube or Qlik Community or on our website or on the help site. And you'll see more videos on new features as well as updates to new capabilities for adding data, our visual search capability, end printing 17, as well as the widget interface and visual data preparation. Okay guys, thanks for your time. Looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.